What is going on, you guys? Today I have another episode for you where I'm going to be going over two quick videos from a YouTuber named Coach Kyle. The first one is how to fix rejection in 5 minutes, and the second one is essentially simple tips or a beginner's guide to cold approach. Let's get into it.
Oh, you look really cute. Nice outfit, guys. The lack of certainty and the no smile communicates this dude's creepy, this dude's not confident, this dude's potentially a threat. I got rejected, I suck. I don't even think she actually heard me. I could probably still go up and give her a genuine compliment now. Hey, excuse me. Hi. The biggest mistakes I see is that dudes just don't talk loud enough, they don't smile, or the rhythm and pace that they're talking at is very awkward and creepy. So I'm gonna give a really creepy, awkward compliment right now, and watch how it doesn't really hit. I thought you looked nice. I thought you looked nice. Take care. So you notice that, like, I don't know if the camera caught it, but the moment I said it, she ejected. And the reason behind that is because there was just no smile. There's no enthusiasm, there's no emotion being created when you say, I like your look. I thought you looked really cute. Nice jacket. So that's an example of shit delivery. But let's do another example of a bad compliment, which would be like, I'm not even looking at them, they barely hear me.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that. Like, you got to be warm, a little smile, right? Friendly, because their energy, they're going to pick up on your energy. And a lot of guys, I think, are too nervous, and they got like, oh, you look nice, right? And it's very clear why it didn't work out, or why they got rejected, or why maybe they seemed creepy, because they were like, they weren't confident in themselves, basically.
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. I thought you looked really cute. Because of the distance I opened at and how weak I opened, I don't know if the camera caught it, but she was like this. She looked back, and she never stopped walking. The weakness of my voice, the lack of certainty, and the no smile communicates this dude's creepy, this dude's not confident, this dude's potentially a threat. Here's gonna be another shitty compliment. Nice outfit, guys. They didn't even respond either, because I'm talking at a low volume. Hopefully the camera caught their reactions. There was zero acknowledgement, zero reaction, and it's all in the vibe and the delivery and the eye contact and the smile that creates that emotion within people. Because you could say something very simple and get a great response. You could say the same words with a shit delivery and get completely ignored, like how that just happened. So I'll give another one here. This will be kind of shit too.
Yeah, and it's a huge part is your tonality, right? Like your body language, your tonality. Because again, right, like I totally agree with what he was saying. Like you can say something and be like, or you can be like, hey, I just wanted to say you have a nice outfit on. Enjoy your day, right? Or like cool outfit, right? Like very, very different deliveries. And of course, like certain people will be receptive and certain people won't be. But I think this is what's holding a lot of guys back is they don't know how to chill out in the situation, be more confident, have a warm vibe. So the girl's a lot more open and receptive to it.
Barely gonna look at her. I like your dress. No response. I got rejected. I suck. No, you don't suck, dude. It's just your voice is weak. I don't even think she actually heard me. I don't even think she knows I'm talking to her.
Oh yeah, you can't do that either, right? Like very like low, weak voice. You know, I'm not, and don't like yell at her, right? Like don't scare her, but like, you know, it's very different when you're projecting a little bit. Because you can hear in a lot of guys, like they have like very weak tonality, like their body, their physiology. You can hear it in their voice, right? It's like a lot weaker versus like a more strong presence.
I could probably still go up and give her a genuine compliment now. Let me just show you. She might be a little creeped out already because of what I did. But let's just see. I'll show you guys the difference in responses though. Hey, excuse me. Hi. Hi. Can I just say I thought you looked really nice today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really like the outfit. Yeah, no problem. How's your day going? Good?
Beautiful.
Thank you. That's why it's important to smile, right? Like when you see somebody, you gotta smile and bring a good emotion.
See that?
Just wanted to say that. What's your name? The pleasure meeting you.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah, Kyle.
You see that? She was receptive now. And she flipped it too. Like, you know, he had given like a quick compliment, like, oh, you look nice today, or like you got a cool outfit on. And she flipped the compliment like, oh, look, you have really beautiful teeth. Like, it's basically open for him now. Like if he wanted to lead it towards maybe a slight bit of flirting, a small conversation, and saying like, hey, I gotta run, gotta go meet some friends, or gotta go get some work done, but let's grab a coffee sometime. What's your number? Easy, right? Instead of overcomplicating it and getting all nervous and not saying it in like a warm, friendly way. And it's funny because he did it with the same girl, right? Like it was really weak. She didn't even notice him, and then he just for the hell of it gave it like a second shot. So this should be like a clear example for guys that are struggling with this, what works and what doesn't.
Hi.
Yes. Have an awesome day, okay? You know what's funny is I actually tried to tell you that back there.
Oh my God.
I thought you rejected me.
I'm so sorry.
I was like, damn, I got rejected. But then I was like, wait, maybe she just didn't even hear me because I wasn't smiling. You probably didn't hear me and I didn't get your attention that well, you know? I said it super weak and creepy and weird and that's why you walked by. And then when I came back, I was like, you know what? Let me put a little bit more of a smile and make sure she could hear me at a safe distance. And then you stopped.
Well, thank you again.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure, okay? Have an awesome day. Okay, so there you have it. Good versus bad, literally on the same girl. And then I just hammered home the point in conversation to make it really fucking obvious for you guys. So hopefully that helps. So those are the 3 biggest mistakes I see guys not doing consistently. They're not smiling. They're opening with a really weak voice, or they're opening at like an awkward distance where they're either behind the girl or they're like too close to her or it's just too late.
Oh yeah, and you can't do that, right? Like the distance thing, like being too far, or like if she seems like she's not really interested in stopping, right? Or you like try to run around and like scare her, right? Like I know you're not trying to scare her, but like you might scare her if you try to like like jog and catch up to her and, you know, run around her in like a weird way. You gotta kind of like let her see you beforehand before jumping out at her. So that's kind of like a funny thing that he mentioned.
This girl's really cute over here. Hold on. Hi. I know how Puerto Rican women are. It's doing this one thing right now that I'm doing that will transform your life. Let's get into some basic compliments and get into a little bit more comfortable just saying things to people in passing with no expectation of having.
And by this is the second one, like basically how to start cold approaching, like a beginner's guide.
A conversation. We're gonna start this one off very low level. All right, I'm going super basic by saying some things, and then you'll see how I can kind of build off of it in a little bit. I just want to start by saying, hey, what's up? Hi, good afternoon, or a small compliment in passing to people. It doesn't even matter if we get a response with any of this stuff. Nice dog, man. Super cute. Anytime you see a dog or somebody walking the dog, it's very, very easy to say something to these people. And anytime you say something to somebody, guys, it's a fuck yeah, let's go. Nice bike, bro. He didn't even.
And check this out, right? Like you might be like, well, what is he doing? Like he's not really cold approaching. This is how to warm up to it if you're not used to it. Or even on a day like maybe you're used to it, you've done it before. If you still need the social momentum, this is all gonna really help you. And you might not be able to see it through the video, but you'll feel it when you do it because you're gonna start to feel like more social as you do it. Like hey, like it's a really nice bike, or like that's a cute dog. You enjoy your day, right? Like you're starting to get this social snowball going rather than immediately going to, oh wow, let me try to approach that hot girl and like I haven't talked to anyone today, right? Or like I don't feel like I've eased into it, rather than what this guy is doing. And one thing worth mentioning, right? Like I think a lot of guys get like this wrong idea about cold approach. It's not about like, you know, he's just showing it for the example, right? It's not about like booking 2 hours in a mall to like just sit around and approach every girl you see. That's not what it's about, because guys get it mixed up like it's like a pickup artist thing, and they cope, right? Like they're like, oh no, I'm gonna wait for the girl to choose me. Blah. But here's the thing, right? This is a really powerful skill, and girls are really gonna appreciate the balls that it took to do this. Basically, like the confidence. And here's why, right? Like if you're able to do this and also do it in not like the let me book 2 hours in a mall and just approach every girl way, it's going to be more intentional. It's going to be more genuine, right? So let's say you're walking to a coffee shop, you're in a grocery store, wherever you are during your normal daily life, you can make an approach happen rather than being scared and talking yourself out of it, like a lot of guys do, right? They come up with like a million reasons, like, oh, she has her AirPods in, she probably has a boyfriend even though she hasn't told me, right? You can see like what's going on here. It's really just a fear thing. You know, they basically pre-reject themselves before actually going up and finding out. And the girl might have been really receptive had he given it a shot, because most guys aren't willing to give it a shot, right? I mean, just to be real with you, like the dating apps or Instagram, whatever, it puts a shield in front of you so you don't have to face rejection in real life. And rejection, honestly, I know you might not think this yet if you haven't started, it's not scary, right? It's funny because it's not a scary thing. You just have to get exposed to it a little bit more, like whether it's in sales, business, or dating, right? The more you get used to being rejected, like the more it's just not even going to bother you, which is going to be helpful because it'll bring you into a more confident state. Like you won't really care, you'll be detached from the outcome, and it will be easier for you to find success here.
Come on. And that's okay. If there's an opportunity for a compliment, then you definitely want to give the compliment. Or a lot of times just asking a question is really easy too. If you have nothing else to ask them, I like to ask where Starbucks is or where the nearest cafe is. Excuse me, sir, do you know where Starbucks is by chance?
Oh, Starbucks. I think there's one in here.
It's in there?
I think so.
Thank you, my man. Have a good day. Okay, that was me literally just asking for directions. And then I said, have a good day. What you can do though is you can ask a question after, or you can give a compliment after. So let's keep trying. Excuse me, do you guys know where Starbucks is by chance? Is it open? Oh, okay. All right, awesome. Have a good day, guys. Excuse me, do you know where Starbucks is?
Where Starbucks is?
It's like over here somewhere. It's right here? Oh, beautiful. Okay, have a good day. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. All right, so we're just asking for directions right now. I'm gonna ask for directions and now give a compliment. Just to take it a tiny step further. Nice dog, bro. Thanks, man. Super cute. Guys, really quickly, do you know where Starbucks is by chance?
I want
No.
to come out on the beach corner.
Okay, thank you. What? Oh yeah, okay, cool, thank you. It's funny because I'm literally outside of Starbucks asking people where Starbucks is, but notice that nobody gives a fuck, really. And that's what you'll realize as you give out more compliments, ask for directions, make observations, nobody gives a fuck. Another easy one is I like your shoes. I like your shoes, nice dog. If they have a unique piece of clothing on, if they have tattoos, if they have an interesting accessory. Like look, it doesn't even need to make sense, watch this. I like the glasses. I just wanted to say it looks very nice. How's your day going?
Going pretty fucking good, actually.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Were you at the show over the weekend?
Oh, yeah. Ultra?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't get to go, no.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to tell you I like the sunglasses. Have a good day, okay? Most dudes would have probably pussied out from that sunglasses thing right there. And honestly, the girl was super receptive. I could have kept talking, but for the sake of where we're at right now in terms of just giving out compliments, what you'll notice is that out of everybody I've said something to, the majority of the people just said thank you and kept it moving. However, occasionally there is somebody that will extend the interaction. Anytime you just take the right action, I don't care about the fucking result. I just care that I'm saying the thing. So whether they give me a negative response or whether they respond super positively, it doesn't change anything about my self-talk or who I am. Either way, it's a fuck yeah, let's go. It's doing this one thing right now that I'm doing every single day that will transform your life. I like that button-up shirt, bro.
Yeah, see, like his confidence or self-worth doesn't change no matter what result he gets there, right? And also, that it was good that he pointed that out, right? Like the girl was more receptive, and honestly, he probably could have kept going. And if he was interested, he could have gotten a number and a date out of it, probably, right? Like if he kept going, but maybe he wasn't interested. You know, it doesn't really matter for the sake of the video, but and he's just kind of showing like examples of like people are a lot more receptive than you think, and you can tell when they're not, right? Like, oh, they kind of keep walking, you know, they're friendly, but they kind of keep going. They seem a little bit more like shut off, right? Versus someone who like seems to want to extend the conversation. So I mean, just keep this stuff in mind because it's a lot easier than guys make it out to be. They just like get way too analytical and overthink it in their head, and then they just don't talk to anybody, right? And that's not really going to help you isolating yourself. Actually, I saw a comment in, I think it was the first video from this, or maybe this one actually. Not in my video, but Coach Kyle's simple cold approach video. Below there was a guy like, you know, jokes on you, like I work from home and barely go out. Well, you can flip that, right? Because that's a problem a lot of guys run into too. Like all they do is work from home, remote work, blah, blah, blah. And they're not actually putting themselves in environments to even meet the kind of girl that they would want to, which makes them rely on dating apps or makes them rely on dating apps and then the bar at the end of the week. But they haven't, it's so funny because it's so simple. They haven't even thought outside the box because this is what we're talking about here. Not spending your whole day or hours cold approaching. Literally, you work from home for a little while. Maybe you go work in a cafe for a while. You're in a more social or potentially more social setting. And maybe you go to a different part of town. You go on like a little adventure or in the grocery store, right? Like maybe you switch up where you go to the grocery store during the week. Like there's all sorts of ways. If you take a walk downtown, around the beach, or maybe you live far from a city, right? So maybe you can drive, you know, an hour or so on the weekend just to spend some time down there and hang out, like do some work, chill in a cafe on your laptop, whatever. This is like guys really aren't thinking outside of the box with this stuff. And sure, like it takes a little bit more intentionality, but so does having the life that you really want in general, right? With your fitness, your finances, and your relationships, right? So, I mean, there's really no excuse. It's just getting past that point. Like, if you're the work from home type, even if you drive to do your 9 to 5, you could make excuses all day about like, well, I'm tired now, and that's why I can't meet girls. It's like, well, that's going to continue to be true for you, and you're going to repeat that cycle until you change what you're doing, right? Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You see what I'm saying?
Looks really good. What? Beautiful, man. Fuck yeah, let's go. You just need to do a couple every day. And I know you guys have time to do this little thing, whether you're on your way to the gym, whether you're going to the cafe, you're going to the grocery store. I like your outfit, by the way. No, she didn't respond. I don't give a fuck. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Let's go. I don't think that there's any one single thing that has a bigger impact into your social confidence. It removes your perception of what other people think about you. It will increase your ability to go up and talk to anybody in any environment. A lot of you dudes that maybe you only go out in the nighttime or maybe you only do online dating. And that's great.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting like some sort of lead source coming in of women and girls that you could talk to, that's great. But also understand, guys, you're gonna leave the house at some point in your day. And just doing this one thing is the catalyst for all the other elements. You're gonna be less nervous if you're going on dates for online dating. You're gonna be less nervous to open that one girl who's at the gym. You're gonna be less nervous when you go out to do nighttime shit. This girl's really cute over here, hold on. I gotta go up and say something. I'm not even gonna have a conversation, but I need to say something to this girl. Hi. I just wanted to say, I was walking down the street and I saw you. I thought you looked really cute.
Thank you.
That's
Where
all.
are you from?
I live here.
You live here? Are you from here?
I moved here. Who are you? Muy bonita.
Puerto Rico.
So what are you doing?
Nothing. Going to eat with a friend.
I
You
do
wanna
it.
put my number?
Maybe we can meet up sometime?
Okay.
You know my building.
Yeah.
You don't know the room though. I'll text you.
Okay.
We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. If I didn't say anything to anybody today, and then that girl walked down the street, I would have been so in my head, even me. I would have
Yep.
made every excuse to not say something to her. That confirms my point about why this is so life-changing. For my dudes that aren't doing this at all, or for the guys that are just doing online dating, or for the guys that are just doing nighttime interaction, there's no way you're gonna be able to just go up and talk to the hot girl. But what's important is just starting somewhere really small and taking that first couple steps. That's the catalyst for everything. Anytime you take the right action, good or bad response, I don't care about the response. It's a fuck yeah, let's go. I'll see you in
Yeah, I mean, that's a really great point. I mentioned that earlier, right? Like you want the snowball effect of like the social lubrication. So you get to the point where like you didn't just not talk to anybody all day and all of a sudden you see the hot girl and you're like, oh, like you give yourself an excuse to not approach her, right? Or a rational reason why you didn't approach her, right? And at the end of the day, you probably go home and be like, man, I wish I approached that girl, right? And a lot of guys do that all the time, like at least once a day, probably more. So it shows the importance of it. And you see what happened in that too, by the way. She was very receptive and he was already socially confident. Like he'd been doing this a bit, even just like complimenting people. Hey, I like your dog. Hey, I like your bike. Even to guys too, right? He just got that social momentum. And she, instead of him asking or suggesting it like, hey, let's grab a coffee sometime, I gotta run, what's your number? She said, do you want my number? You see what happens? You'd be like, oh, like this really confident guy, you know, I have some attraction towards him. Do you want my number? Boom, right? So this is what happens when you get in this effect, like this compound effect, where you get your confidence going like this. You realize that it's easier than you're making it out to be in your head. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone that you think may benefit from it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I actually just started doing private consultations with guys here recently. So if you need any help with dating, fitness, or any other self-development related things, feel free to reach out to me in the link below. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You got this, bro.